Is this you? A brand new awesome game comes out and you're so excited to play, you go out and buy it and oops, sorry, you're not allowed to play that. You don't own the exclusive console. So now you're stuck to watching YouTube videos wishing that you were the one playing it because you don't own the only game system it came out on? Is this fair? Why are games and even streaming services like Netflix cutting people off like that? Is it corporate greed? Exclusives are exactly why PlayStationers will be waiting to play Halo for an infinite amount of time, and as Ricky Bobby said, if you're not first of us, you're last of us, and Xboxers won't have their first chance at The Last of Us. So I think this Reddit post here is a great jumping off point because it says that exclusives exist only to hem in customers and force them to use a specific platform. I mean, this person even hated Xbox 360 but had to get it because they kept buying up the exclusive titles that he wanted to play. So he says that the best thing is for consumers to be able to play on platforms of their choice. Yeah, but why doesn't that happen? Personally, I think they do it to drive sales, but not in the way that you would think. Hear me out. I'll take Xbox as an example. I believe they actually lose money on console sales, so why would they do it? Why push something that costs your company money? Is it stupid? Well, here's the thing. They actually make up for it on Game Pass subscriptions that keep you in month after month. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Look at this here. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer also recently revealed that Xbox Game Pass had surpassed 25 million subscribers, up 7 million from the last reported figure in January 2021. Holy crap. Do you know how many people that is? At $15 a month? Microsoft as a whole reported $51.7 billion in revenue, up 20%, and a net income of $18.8 billion, up 21%. So that ZeniMax buyout of $7 billion something, not such a big deal now, right? Of course, as we see here in the earnings report, Microsoft didn't mention anything about the company's agreed acquisition of Activision Blizzard for $69 billion. Nice. Though the deal isn't expected to be finalized until 2023, the fiscal year, which ends in June. So we have all the numbers here, and we see why that they will actually sacrifice on Xbox consoles for Game Pass. That's a term called a loss leader, and companies like grocery stores absolutely use this to get you hooked in and stay. That's why things like milk and other essentials are at the back of the store over to the right, because they know you'll go through the whole thing. They take a loss on things up front to make more money on the back end. That is like an exclusive. And another thing that's really important when it comes to this is to know that it's a lot cheaper for a business to keep an existing customer versus acquire a new one. The company knows the LTV or lifetime value of a customer and knows how much they can get out of them, just like with exclusives. And I mean, hey, look, just to prove this point, one life hack that I've done, I've been with my crappy, horrible ISP for years. So I called for a discount recently because I had some internet issues, and they gave me one. They just want to keep me. So just don't say that you're going to leave if you're not actually prepared to. So by offering these non-exclusive games, are they actually losing money? They're banking on people getting that console and getting hooked in. They are using that exclusive game as a gateway drug to get hooked into the Xbox ecosphere, like Apple. You go buy the iPhone. Oh, boy, you have to have this. You have to have Mac in your iCloud. They want you into their ecosystem through the easiest possible big door. Once you're hooked, your lifetime value, that's how much they'll make off you for the lifetime. They know it's more than just an Xbox console or more than 1 month of Game Pass. That's why this subscription service will run on and on till you choose to cancel it. It's a common thing. But having that exclusive game, if you want to play the new, Doom game, and it ends up being exclusive, your options are, well, I'll never get to play the third installment new in a series that I want to play. I guess I'll just watch it on YouTube, or I couldn't go buy a new Xbox, and that would let me play, and it's on Game Pass, so I better get the subscription. You see what I mean? It's a chain. There is so much more to these exclusives than people give credit. If they get you in the system, they have you for life, usually. Now, could there actually be a good side to exclusives? That Reddit post goes on to say that they do think it's easier for developers to make high-quality games for a single system, which is why the exclusives are usually really good games. Now, if you have to have former exclusives on multiple systems, you have more developer investment, it shifts even more power and resources to the largest game devs, which is another thing. So what do? If you have to spread your resources out as a company, you're going to be spread more thin and not have enough to go on your new games, your new cool stuff. But wait, the big companies sure will, and they'll be able to split their resources and be just fine. So you really have to look at, Are you getting a higher quality video game if you have an exclusive? Does being exclusive let that company use their resources to build up more and more without spreading them apart? And of course, competition breeds innovation. So you now have to fight for your right to not party, but make games that really stand out. And when your competition starts pushing the limits, you do too. It's back and forth growth and pushing into territories that may never have previously been seen. But if you do go to other consoles, are you sacrificing the game's quality? Another Reddit post says this: I think there are some ways in which they're positive. For instance, in a world where all games were multi-platform, no games would ever take advantage of a specific platform's advantages. No 3D on the 3DS, no rear touchpad use on Vita, things like that. Not to mention, it's great for the companies that make the games as well as the companies that own the consoles. I can see where if a game company has fewer restrictions, fewer things that they have to meet, that they are able to hone in on what they know works. They know their hardware. They made the stuff so they can apply all the best things to those games and all the top-notch work without having to worry about, oh, will this run on PlayStation? How are we going to have somebody port it over to Switch? You have so much more that you have to worry about when you go wider like that. But we have to take it back to the core question too. We can't forget, what about the user-player experience? What if I want to play this game? What if I want to get my nephew a video game? Oh, he's been looking forward to this for so long and now we can't play it because he doesn't have a PlayStation. What do you do? Does it suck? Do you can't play with your friends because you don't have the same system as they do? Are you really going to go out, pony up $500 for the brand new system so you can play with your friends? And speaking of that, that price point really stands out. It's like $1,000, $1,500 to get a nice gaming PC, whereas consoles are ever so conveniently priced at around, a few $100, something like that. It's not so much that it's completely out of reach. This is not worth it for one game. And you get it. Maybe it's a Christmas present. Maybe it's a birthday present. All just enough for you to buy it, get hooked into that ecosystem just like I talked about earlier. Grab that exclusive game. That's your gateway drug that leads into the rest of the money making for the company. But we know that yes, there are possible good sides, but we definitely know there are bad sides as well. So what is the answer? If we have these exclusive games, I think the answer is don't make them exclusive, but still have a way to use those resources to make the best dang game that you can. Am I asking for a perfect world? I mean, no, it doesn't have to be a perfect world, obviously. Am I asking for something that's impossible? I don't think it is. I don't think it's a big enough deal to have to say we have prioritize these assets to use in this game, or else we can't make this cool feature if it's on PlayStation or if it's only on Xbox. Then again, I am no game dev. I just love to break this kind of thing down, but I think that it is possible to do. Now, the big question is, what's in the best interest for the consumer? Listen to me here. This is so important. What's in the best interest of the consumer? Is it in the best interest for the gaming company? The company wants to make money. You want to support them maybe and have a good quality game. Do their interest as a company align with the interest of us as the common man gamer? Or will companies continue to take advantage of their workers and the gamers? That's a whole other viewpoint for a whole other day. Comment below with what you think and subscribe if you like this video. Check out the next one here on your screen. I'm Austin. Thank you for watching.